Normally, if it was the case, you would see what we would call over there the Terrasses du Larzac. So the Larzac is a plateau which is about between 3,000 and 4,000 feet high, and it's only about 5 miles from here. You can deviner. You can see
guess,
you can guess the shape, more or less. The thing you have to understand is that during the last ice period, Ice age. So during the last ice age, between 80,000 to 10,000 before Christ, all Europe were covered by a large ice, and from this ice on the Larzac, there were 2 glaciers going down, one through the Hérault River, the actual Hérault River, and one from the Larzac through the A75. We will call it that way because there is no more river now. Okay? Because of all this ice being on the Larzac, the Mediterranean Sea, which is about 40 kilometers that way, were 20 kilometers farther, because as you know, because of all this water being trapped in the ice, the ocean level and the sea level were lower. But as you know, the last ice period was not 70,000 years of ice. There were 8 periods of warming periods, which were tropical. And what's happened at that time is that all the ice were melting down. Because of that, the level of the ocean and the sea were going up. The glaciers were transformed into huge torrents, and I'm sorry to tell you that they were so huge that your Niagara Falls would be pipi de chat compared to it. I don't know how to say that, sorry. And the water, the sea level, were coming up to 500 meters from here. There is, just on the feet of my winery there are few sand which are sea sand, red sea sand, the same as this one you might have seen in Minervois. Je ne sais pas si vous êtes allé là. Okay. So in some place in Minervois you can find this red sand, which is sea sand from that time. Okay. So what's happened? You had 8 times of glacial time and 8 times of tropical time. Each time you had this tropical time, the sea levels were going up to here. All this part which were in between this Larzac, between the Hérault River and between the A75, were transformed in a huge delta, on which one these 2 glacier torrents were carrying tons and tons of bubbles. The one from the Hérault were carrying 4 types of bubbles: granite, limestone, flintstone, and comment on dit pour les ardoises? Schist. On the other side, you got another kind of of limestone. You had sandstone and volcanic stone, and you find all that on this terroir. But it's like just a millefeuille. How you say that? Millefeuille. Okay, layers. Exactly. So, for example, where you are right now, we got about 22 to 28 meters of layers before arriving to the calcareous rock, which is to say that it is a very poor ground, but very deep and very drainable. Do you follow me? I'm sorry for my English because it's a bit technical.
That's good.
Okay, thank you. You're nice. So, just to explain to you, each time that we had this phenomenon, you had one terraces, geological terraces. And from here, you can see the three first terraces. So you can see the first one, which is down here. We are on the second one here, and you can see the third one over there. You see? So you got the terraces, a décroché,
a slope or
not a slope, just a
cliff.
a march of 5 to 12 meters, and another terraces, a march, and another terraces. So in step, exactly a step. And since, in fact, what we call terraces are geological terraces, which mean small plateaus. Okay? So that's the first explanation of Terrasses du Larzac, geological terraces. The second explanation is because it comes from the Larzac area. So the Larzac area is the south of the Central Massif, a very cold plateau. All right?